I'm a weirdo. I have to stop being so weird. No, I don't, because this is me, and be yourself, dude. It's like, whatever. Okay, so. Hi guys! So today I have another makeup video for you guys. Today I'm gonna show you how I do my everyday smoky eye that I'm wearing right now. Ding, 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 ding. So it's actually very simple. The only really important thing to do is to blend. The only really important tool you need is a blending brush. Well, I use several blending brushes, but you can only use one if you cleaned well between colors. So if you like this simple smoky eye and if you want to know how to do it, then you can just keep watching. The trick to make your eye smoky and sexy and not like you've been hit in the face is two things. One, clean brushes, and two, depth. Build your depth. Start with the lighter color and then build it darker and darker and darker. That will make it way better and so much easier for you. So I actually don't use an eyeshadow base, but you can if you want to. I just don't like the look of it because it looks kind of splotchy and sticky. Maybe mine is old or something, but I'll stop using it. The main palette that I use is the original Naked palette from Urban Decay. I bought this when I was in New York with my folkehøyskole, but I think you can order it in Norway as well if you want to. So I start off with this warm matte brown color right here that's called Buck. And I put this on a fluffy blending brush. The name have rubbed off this brush. I do think it's a Kicks brush, but don't quote me on that. So I dip this into the color and then I start blending. I pat it on the outer V of my eye. Then I blend it up into my crease. And I do put my brush into the color several times and I blend it out several times. And I also put it underneath the eye, but not all the way, just the outer corner, and don't blend it too far down. To blend it properly out, you have to use a clean eyeshadow brush. So I use this Isadora Shadow Blender. It's basically the same brush, just a little bit bigger. So I just use that to blend out all the edges and also underneath the eye. And I go back and forth with the Buck color and blending it out until I reach my goal. The next color that I use from the Naked palette is the first one right here, which is called Virgin. This is a warm pinky highlight color that I put all over my eyelid except the outer corner and also on my tear duct. And for putting that on, I use this brush. This is an eyeshadow brush. It doesn't have a brand, but it's just a flat eyeshadow brush like this. And to blend that out, I go back with the Isadora Shadow Blender that is clean. Next, I want to darken the eye a little bit more to make more depth and to make it more smoky. So the next color that I use is actually from this palette, Ingrid Cosmetics. I know it's really dirty because it's been loved so much. This was really cheap and it's kind of like an unknown brand, I think. I've never heard of it before until I saw it in like a cheapie store, but I just, it's got a lot of matte colors, so why not? So the color that I use is this one, this dark chocolatey brown color, and I put that on this H&M crease blending brush. This is almost the same as the two other brushes, except this is a little bit more tapered. These are the two other brushes, and this is the H&M brush that I use now. When the color goes darker, you want the brushes to become smaller because then you can put it more precise. So I put that on the outer corner as well and blend it into the crease. And then I go back and forth with the color and the clean blending brush. Now let's go back to the Naked palette. Now it's time to darken it even more. So I go in with the color Dark Horse, which is an even darker brown. This is not matte, but it haven't gotten a lot of shine to it, so it doesn't really show up. And I use the same smaller crease blending brush for this because I don't really have another one, and the colors are very similar. So I put that the same place as well, right here in the outer V, and blend it into the crease and also underneath on the outer third of the eye. And then I also blend that out with a clean blending brush from Isadora. Next, over to another Naked palette.
Just wait a minute. I have to jump in right here because I forgot a really important step. And this step is to go back into the Ingrid palette, take the lightest color and put that on my brow bone and also underneath the eye and around the eye and blend that out with the fluffy brush. Now we're all caught up.
Over to another Naked palette, the Naked 2. These two are my favorite. I have the Naked 3 as well, but that is way too pink for my liking. This has the perfect black color, and that is the color we are going to use next. It's the color called Blackout. This is the darkest black that I ever used, and it's also matte, which is a-okay because I love matte colors on my eye, except for like the shiny white part. So then I take this brush. This is also an unbranded brush, but it's very tiny. Can you see that? You need something with a lot of precision, so you put that in the black just a little bit, tap it off, be careful with this, and then you put it right here and drag it a little bit into the crease not much, and don't blend it too much outwards. And then I also blend that out with the clean blending brush. So basically I go back and forth with all of these colors. Maybe I'll go back into the Naked One palette with the first color Buck or the shiny white color Virgin to amp it up, because when you blend out colors you might blend it out, you know what I mean? You blend the color away to make it more smoky, so then you have to put more color on. You just have to go back and forth until you reach the point that you like. Now over to liner and mascara. So my favorite liner is actually by H&M. It's the H&M Dip Liner in black. I don't know if they even have it in other colors, but it's the black one. This is really opaque. It's a felt tip liquid eyeliner. This is the type of eyeliner that I prefer. It's very opaque and it's very black, and I love it. So I just line the eye, making sure it's a little bit thicker at the outer edge than at the inner. And then I make a wing right there and make it flow as natural as you can, and then copy it on the other side, which is always hard, so it doesn't really look alike, but the lashes hide them a little bit either way, so it doesn't really matter too much as long as they look similar. Now over to lashes. This is a torture device, so you just put your eyelashes into it and then you squeeze it.
Squeeze it.
So I use an eyelash curler. Next, mascara. I use the Maybelline Rocket Volume Express on my top lashes. So I coat them several times to make them voluminous and pretty. I don't use fake lashes just because I think they're uncomfortable and they don't really work for my everyday life, kinda. On my bottom lashes I use this mascara. I don't really know what it's called exactly, but it's from Makeup Mecca. As you can see, the writing has all rubbed off. I hate when that happens because it's hard to repurchase and it's hard to talk about it on video right now. But what I do like about this actually is that it's almost empty. Because when it's almost empty, you get almost no product on it. And you don't want a lot of product on underneath your eyes, because you want the top of your eyes to be the heavy and the darkest one, and the bottom to be light and flirty. You want to use not a lot of product. If you don't really have an empty mascara, you can just wipe it off on a tissue or something, and then just be very careful so you don't like hit around your eye, because you don't want like black spots around your eye. And that was it. This took me about, maybe 15 to 17 minutes to do. Even though it's very easy to do, it does take some time. My eyes alone took today 17 minutes, and that's without brows, that's without the face and without the lips. Just so you know that, so it takes some time when you want to do your makeup. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you're wondering what's on my lips, I use the NYX Matte Lip Creams. This is the main color, it's called Sand Polo. And then on the middle of my lips I use this. This is in Tokyo. That's all for today, guys! Hope you enjoy my makeup. Keep in mind that I am a beginner at filming this, so be nice, thank you. Subscribe to my channel, that would mean a lot to me. If you like this makeup look, give it a thumbs up, and if you try it out, take a picture of it and tag me on Instagram so I can see it. That would be really cool. So that's all for today, guys. Bye, guys! Love you. Mwah! Bye! If you like this makeup look, I can make a take a hat. And that will pull on your eyelashes, so be careful and not pull them out because you want eyelashes. or the to brand it plop. Jesus Christ, how many times do I have to say it? I can make a take a hat.